Hey, dear listeners. This is Meg Griffin, the showrunner and voice of narrator Wendy in Reddington. I just wanted to take a second to thank everyone who voted for us in the Audioverse Awards. We are so pleasantly shocked to see us make it to the final round. And with that, we are asking if you are listening to this episode on its release date or its release weekend, please consider going to vote for us. I'll drop a link in the show notes, but it's at the Audioverse Awards. Voting closes on December 5th. But yeah, on with the show.
Nihilus Lee takes a sheet of paper out of one of his notebooks from his satchel and writes out a note. Hey, this is your neighbor. I noticed there was a minor earthquake in the evening. There was a gas leak. You may wake up remembering some funny things. I went and had it shut off. I was told we should talk to the town council about recovery, and sticks that to the fridge under a magnet.
Alice, you're much better at lying and writing than in, words.
This is Once Upon a Monster of the Week. Now entering Reddington, your new vacation spot. Hello, dear listeners. Our newsies successfully came back from a mirror dimension. Unfortunately, they did not come back alone well, there's definitely some tension there. Barnabas, still believing he can contain demons on his body, allowed Bloody Mary to tattoo herself on him. Zoe, Finn, and Nihilus ended some spirits in their pursuit of saving Barnabas. Nihilus's snacks, while tasty, did cause Finn to briefly lose their memories. Anyone else missing poker night? As we come back to the newsies, Nihilus has stormed out of the Gilded Pheasant.
Zoe's following behind him.
Yeah, same with
Ben's
Barry.
also going, yeah.
Checking by my watch, it's about 1 a.m. Reddington Standard Time.
I'm getting sleepy thinking about 1 a.m.
You would expect the newsies to be the only ones out and about, but that's just not how Reddington is. It looks like Jessa June is out and about too.
She has probably taken on the whole concept of neighborhood watch and watching out for things that are going on around town, so she is probably out doing her own sort of personal patrol to see if there's weird shit happening, because there's apparently always weird shit happening here. So yeah, she'd be up and out. She's definitely not a morning person. She is definitely much more attuned to being up at 1 o'clock in the morning wandering the streets. So yeah, she's out looking for trouble. Looking to see if people are making trouble, if things are causing trouble.
As she's out patrolling, she can see a very determined Nihilus leaving what is without a doubt a closed restaurant. Almost immediately, Zoe comes out. Is she stopping? Is Zoe mad at Nihilus?
Zoe is mad, but she's also shorter than Nihilus, so she kind of has to take, long strides, after him.
Nihilus would definitely be hopping on his bicycle, too, because he needs to get to town, get there quicker.
She's gonna jump on his back, alright, you're not leaving me here. I don't have a car.
How did we all get here for poker night? Did we walk here?
I don't fucking know.
It's a small town.
Probably,
It makes
it's a small
sense.
town.
It is a small town.
I guess Barnabas is just running after the bicycle. No plans to get on it, just trying to catch up.
I don't think the bicycle could handle 3 people. I mean, Zoe's just, small on her own, so she's just, hanging off the back of it, clutching onto Nihilus. That's
Nice.
her plan.
How far away is Town Square?
I feel like 5 minutes on a bike is probably reasonable because the restaurant, it would make sense to be near Town Square at least, or if there's kind of a downtown district as much as there is.
Yeah, so 20 minutes walking? Fen doesn't want to be left behind, but Fen also doesn't want to run. Can I call Artie? Let's call up Artie. Hey, can you take me 20 minutes to Town Square?
Artie pulls up.
And I beat the rest of them there.
You gotta wait for Artie to get there, though.
Artie would be there lickety-split. It's 1 a.m. The bars out on the pier aren't closed yet. Who else is he picking up?
Artie was just chilling, and now he's here, so... Artie is literally magical. This is fine.
Judging by the look Artie is giving Finn as they get into the car, it is more than safe to say he knows that there is something going on in town.
You're gonna take care of this, right?
Yes, it is sort of the newspaper's fault, so I'm sure the newspaper will take care of it.
Artie gives a small wave as he drives right by the rest of the newsies.
Oh,
Oh,
so Jessa watching the sudden parade of people on the bike after the bike is gonna go, Mr. Wait, okay, I guess we're going that way, and she'll just jog after him.
I think it's safe to say, dear listeners, that Jessa June would have no issues keeping up with a bicycle.
I know she's probably taller than all of them, so yeah, she probably will not have trouble keeping. And she runs a lot as general. So.
Fenn clearly gets to the square first. As they arrive, they notice how dark it is. The square does generally have some kind of light on. You want to keep that statue lit. But Fenn can see signs that all the light bulbs have been damaged. It doesn't look as if anyone else is around.
Artie, if I tip you like 50%, will you just sit here and wait for the others to catch up? 'Cause, this is not great.
Fenn, do I need to swing around and pick everyone else up?
I mean,
if it's only 5 minutes, and even with Artie being right on it, I think
yeah, I think we're
probably
good. But
about
also,
the
like,
time. that-
Artie, just sit here for like a minute with your headlights on, just in case.
My dear sweet Artie is always such a positive, joyful source of energy. But he takes what Fenn says and, with a grim face, turns on his brights so that they're lighting up the town square.
With Artie's brights on, do I see anything, or is it still empty?
Outside of a completely normal fog rolling into town, Fenn sees nothing.
Not ideal.
Fenn and Artie sit in a tense silence as they wait for the rest of the group to show up. Nihilus, Zoe, and Jessa June arrive first, with Barnabas panting shortly behind them.
Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, Nihilus, what's the plan now?
Oh, we find her and we do something about her.
Okay, that's not a plan. Like, we are gonna do that, but we need to know
We don't
what
really
that
have much
is.
time to plan at this point, do we? We probably could have done something before, but I'm just doing the best I can right now.
Jessa Jane actually holds her hand up, like waiting to be called on.
Just JJ,
Jessa
what are you
June,
doing
when did-
here?
I saw y'all running by, and I figured something was going on because people don't tend to run down the street when it's this late at night. So,
yeah, no worry. So do me a favor, just turn around and run back where you came. We're good here.
are you sure? I
Yep.
mean, who? But y'all ran down here, and
No,
so
it's fine.
oh,
we're-
Jessa June, thank goodness you're here.
Hey, Barnabas. So
Hey.
what? I mean, what's going on? Why are y'all running? I understand. Zoe, I hear you. If I need to run away, I guess I can. But who's her? Who are you all talking about?
There's a lot to explain, so I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Bloody Mary is somewhere around here, and she wants to kill people, so we need to stop her. Don't ask her how she got here. I wholeheartily do not take blame for what I have done that, added to this whole situation. I was, as Nihilus put it, I was just doing the best with what I had.
What you mean, Bloody Mary, like the one in the
Yes.
mirror that
Yep.
you don't?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She's here.
Formerly,
She's here, yeah.
formerly in the mirror.
She's in Reddington.
Oh, that's a good point. Is Artie still here?
Artie is still there, staring unblinking at the town square. When Fenn got out of his car, he locked the doors. After hearing this news, Artie is not talking to you.
Artie, you're a
guys.
doll. Could I just borrow your rear view mirror? Or any mirror?
Without moving his head, he rolls down the window and chucks a mirror at Fenn, then rolls the window back up.
Thank you!
I use the site to see if I can, mayhaps find out where the hell Bloody Mirror went.
As Zoe uses a different kind of sight, she is able to see the footprints previously obscured by the fog. These footprints appear to be heading away from the town square a few blocks.
I'm gonna start following it.
I'm gonna follow
So
and...
Do you got something, Zoe?
I'm seeing footprints here.
Ooh,
Nihilus follows along.
yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna
Same.
follow. I'm gonna hand Artie's mirror to Zoe and be like, hey, look, mirrors got us here. Maybe we can trap her again? Just in case she's, broken all the ones around here or something. Seems like the sort of thing that would happen.
That sounds about right, actually, yeah. They'll take the mirror and, like,
We really should try to keep her away from people, given she really wants to seem to do a lot of the murdering. Alistair, can you like zip on ahead and try to bounce her back this way towards us? Just don't let her stray near anybody. Try to keep her back this way if you can.
Oh, Alistair, how are you going to distract Bloody Mary exactly?
Alistair, like, would coalesce into a more visible orb and just kind of, like, zip to the center of town square and just start spinning faster and faster in like, wider and wider concentric circles, until it's like a just pure donut of light, and then it just kind of, like, bursts outward, down each street away from there, and then a couple blocks down each way, you all of a sudden see it, almost as if it's run into something, and form kind of a wall, all the way around a couple blocks out from town square, that then kind of just gradually starts, like, pulling back in slowly.
And Jessica goes,
That'll do it.
wait, that was supposed to happen, right? That was on purpose? Yes?
I mean, it wasn't on my purpose, but I'm guessing Alistair did what he could.
Okay, and Alistair is a friendly kind of whatever he is. Like,
Alistair is a very honorable and knowledgeable spirit who,
Likes to hang people on the ceiling, yeah.
Harmlessly.
Yeah,
Upside down.
Very honorable. Tying people's shoelaces
and
together.
good fun.
Harmlessly.
okay, but the bottom line is don't do anything to the glowy thing that just exploded all over. All right, okay, I got.
Alistair likes to have a little fun now and then, but who doesn't?
Sure, exactly. Who doesn't? I understand. That's fine. Okay. Jessie just looks confused, but she's like, all right, okay, oh, cool, okay, I got it. I'm good.
Alistair's dome starts to get smaller and smaller, closing in on Bloody Mary. She reaches out and touches one of the walls and then pulls back. Realizing that this way is blocked, she starts heading towards one of the houses.
Alright, I kind of got us into this. Should I go distract her? Would that, like...
No!
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Just, you hang back.
It doesn't matter who got us into it. We're in it together, and we'll take care of it.
Alice, you and I are gonna have some stuff. And then she just walks straight towards Bloody Mary. I would like to do telepathy. I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, what are you doing over there? Get back over here.
That's all that Zoe says to her?
Yeah. No, she's upset. What else is she gonna say?
Bloody Mary turns and looks at Zoe, staring for a moment.
Yo, Bloody Mary, your mom's a hoe.
Zoe blinks, and suddenly Bloody Mary is behind Nihilus with a knife to his throat.
Can I tackle Bloody Mary?
You want to tackle the person who has a knife to someone's throat?
Yep. Yeah, if she's gonna stab Nihilus or slit his throat or something.
You wanted my attention.
Okay, so she's standing there with a knife to his throat?
Again, tackled to the ground. Unless I just phase through her.
Barnabas goes to tackle Bloody Mary. She pushes Nihilus aside, whipping her head around and holding out her hand. And suddenly, Barnabas isn't standing there anymore. Mary turns over her hand, showing off her new Barnabas tattoo.
Cool. I don't know why I thought he would be way better at this.
You wanted my attention.
Wait, where'd he go? Oh no.
Ay, coño.
Y'all, that's bad. I mean, that's real bad.
Barnabas, haven't you had enough with him already? What?
This is why he shouldn't have gone to distract her.
You know what? Maybe you can keep Barnabas.
When she whips her hand out and has the Barnabas tattoo, Nihilus would like to grab her wrist, which not necessarily trying to get out of her own hold, but like she's right there too. So Nihilus would like to grab her wrist, and try to use his own magic to push Barnabas back out. Raz is back with Barnabas, so I'd like to try to reach out the strands of existence and everything that are binding Barnabas and Raz to Bloody Mary and basically snip those loose. So just kind of wrap my hand right around her wrist and kind of like spin it around and then just like try to wipe it off and throw it back to the side and kind of cutting loose those strands, binding Barnabas to Bloody Mary, kind of using Raz as an anchor.
Nihilus gets Barnabas and Roz out of Bloody Mary, but now he has his own tattoo.
Of?
It is a Barnabas tattoo. A stick figure with its own little stick figure on it.
Stickception.
Stick figure deception.
Bloody Mary. Mary. Can I call you Mary? Maria. I just want to say that I am a huge fan of how you are dealing with your problems, because boy, do I feel like murdering everybody today.
She pushes Nihilus aside in glee and says,
Yes? Shall we go?
As much as I would like to let you go and believe me, I really, really would like to. I have to do right by the town council. Short may they reign. And kind of get you elsewhere where you cannot do harm.
Oh, but the town council bores me. They won't let me kill anybody.
Well, you see, yes, because people don't want to be killed. That's generally frowned upon.
No, they still want me to take people.
What do you mean they won't let you kill anybody? Why would they let you do anything? Why would they have any say in what you do?
Why are you all talking to her? Why are you asking her what she wants? She just grabbed people and threw them around and there's tattoos and why are we standing around asking her what the hell she wants?
JJ.
I'm sorry, excuse my language.
I mean, have you ever tried stabbing a ghost? It doesn't end well.
I wait. Barnabas tattoo waves.
Bloody Mary turns and looks at Jessa June and says,
That's a good point. Why am I standing around here?
she smiles and takes a sideways step, disappearing.
JJ! See
Y'all
what you
gonna
did?
blame me for that, but that's not my fault. I'm telling you, talking
That
to
is
a
your
ghost
fault.
that is not my fault. You can't just talk
We had
to
her
her.
distracted!
You had her distracted by throwing people into her own, or into other
Did
people's bodies?
you see me doing it? It was these numb knuckleheads over here.
Okay. Let's just find her and get her trapped again, and then everything will be fine.
Does
Barnabas
can I ask this-
tattoo thumbs up.
Can I hear Barnabas and Raz in my head?
Oh, God.
Hi, Nihilus.
Barry, I don't know what happened, but I'm sorry. I feel like this is slightly more convenient than you being on her. Do you have?
Nope.
We'll have to figure out how to sort this out later. But
For sure.
I hope this is okay.
This is a win.
Is there anything in? Does Bloody Mary smell like anything in particular? Like, is there a scent
Tomatoes?
that Jessica could identify?
Celery,
And
recipe
vodka, but
sauce.
vodka doesn't stink. Does she smell like anything in particular that would stand out in this particular space that Jessica could possibly like?
As Jessa June sniffs around, she could smell a very intense coppery iron smell. That much blood on a person is a hard smell to ignore.
Okay. Can I then investigate or something and see if we can figure out which she stepped sideways and disappeared? Can Jessa figure out which way she disappeared so we could at least head in the right direction?
I knew you should have run back.
I don't think that I should have run back. I mean, not that I know what to do to solve this either, but I'm not sure that standing here asking her what she wants to do or where we should put her so she can murder some other people. I mean, that doesn't sound like a solution either.
I wasn't gonna put her somewhere to murder other people.
Well, where were you gonna put her?
This
Back
mirror,
where she was
hopefully.
before.
And she's gonna hold up the
But-
mirror.
No, that's a really good question, though. If we just put her back where she was before, she was already a problem. She came and got Barnabas from there before. We really do need to actually come up with a better plan.
How about we get Barnabas out of you first?
Nihilus, in your head, you hear Raz go, we could kill her.
Can we? How would we do that?
Can we do what?
Do what?
Kill Bloody Mary. Raz
See,
has
that's a
some
good idea.
ideas.
If we can figure out how to do that, that's what we should do. Kill her. Get rid of her. She ain't doing anybody any good.
Once again,
How?
we should get the human person out of the other human person, which sounds more disgusting than it actually is.
Before that, we should stop her from killing whoever he's going to go kill right now.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
a very good point, Fen.
Good
This
point,
is why
Fen.
this
That's
is why
right.
I need you around.
Barry can wait.
I'm fine.
At that moment, in a well-known apartment building geared towards providing cheap rent to adults right out of university, some screams can be heard.
Fenn's gonna book it.
Alright, just as June's head whips around toward that sound, and she's gonna book too.
Yeah, I don't think I can kick down the door or anything, but I could probably try to pick the lock unless somebody happens to come along and kick down the door.
Jessa will take it down. If there's a door and people are screaming behind it, Jessa will do her best to take it down.
Are they screaming from the first floor, an upper floor, or?
If there's a doorway in.
The screams are coming from the first floor of apartments. The first floor is actually a lobby with an impressive gym and laundry room. Apartments start on the floor above. Rooms are available if anybody is interested.
So Jessa will put her shoulder down and knock the door open.
Nihilus is rushing right along behind and like pauses for a second after June just like blows to the door and like picks up a piece of it. And it's like, was it rot? Do they have termites? What that?
Oh,
I
she
think
is
that
very
was-
useful. We should keep her. Let's go.
She's just gonna keep going.
Just that was impressive. It is. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah, we're going. And starts running up the stairs as well.
She's a werewolf. Did you not know?
A what now?
Oh yeah.
Keep moving, Nihilus.
Sorry. There's so many conversations. Okay. Yes.
She's
focus,
fine. We've talked.
Focus. And running up the stairs.
So yeah, she'll take if she can, she'll take the other door down then too, the door to the apartment. Where people are screaming.
As Jessa June busts down the door, she finds all the lights have been broken, and the mirrors in the hallway have all been shattered. The screams seem to be coming from the bedroom down the hall.
Alright, back to the bedroom then.
The group finds Bloody Mary hovering over a woman with a knife in her hand.
The woman's got a knife. Stab her.
Turn it to the reflexive side. Just turn it to the, maybe, I don't know. It can't breathe.
Didn't work last time, but
You almost stabbed Barry last time.
I held a knife in front of his face. He was fine.
So as we kind of, this whole apartment and everything is really dark. And she seems to have a thing for smashing out lights. As we're kind of all parading into this room, I think as we're coming into the apartment, I look around and I'm noticing all the dark here. And so like stumbling towards the bedroom, I'm rummaging around in my satchel and I pull out some after dinner mints, some lifesavers. And I kind of get one hand, I put it in one hand and I just like smash the other hand down on it to like shatter the lifesaver and release a big flash of light.
How strong is Nihilus again? What the hell?
Oh, he lifts.
To break a lifesaver?
Those things are like that.
I crush that
Way
candy.
to crush it.
I can do that.
And I throw it down on the floor and I just stomp on it.
As Nihilus crushes this homemade lightsaver, I'll have to workshop it. Bloody Mary immediately flashes out of the room and behind the group in a still dark hallway.
Ben's getting tired of this shit, and knows it probably won't work, but does pull out their knife and attempt to stab Bloody Mary. Because if she's using a knife, I might as well.
You know what they say, you gotta fight knives with knives.
As Finn goes to attack Bloody Mary, she notices the movement and throws Finn back into the wall, knocking them unconscious.
Again.
Finn should probably get their head checked out after this.
Can Raz try to shoot a fireball through Nihilus's hand at Bloody Mary?
Without Nihilus's permission?
I don't think Raz would ask. We're gonna try.
Roz takes control of Nihilus to throw a fireball.
Going after the fireball hits Bloody Mary.
I'm gonna let Nihilus handle that situation.
Raz, what the hell? Not cool.
Well,
you did not ask.
Well, the hand kind of shrugs with that side of your body.
Bloody Mary wraps her hand around Nihilus's neck, pinning him against the wall.
I let you go once.
Jessa's gonna turn her fingers into claws and step closer to Bloody Mary and where she's got Nihilus pinned and just snarl Yeah, you're gonna want to let him go.
I don't know why she sounds like that, but you should probably listen to her.
So while that's happening off to the side, I think Zoe is, like, dragging Fenn's body away from the carnage.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Aw.
Also, like, she's gonna, like, hide the mirror from Bloody Mary up for obvious reasons, and, Zoe knows jack shit about magic. She doesn't know any spell stuff, but she just figures, you know what? I have been luckily psychic when the situation calls for it, so I'm gonna try and do my own little spell over this mirror. And, so what she's gonna do is she's gonna, like, kind of trace the mirror around in a circle 3 times, and then she's gonna whisper to it, "Con este hechizo vaya con Dios." So what she's gonna specifically try to do is make the mirror into its own contained like prison, so that, you know, when she like traps Bloody Mary in it, like Bloody Mary cannot like zip to any other reflection or anything. Like it's just gonna be in this specific mirror.
And while Zoe is doing that, Jessa June is trying to...
Her main intent is to get Bloody Mary away from Nyla.
Bloody Mary turns her head and looks at Jessa June, sniffing the air.
Oh, well, here's something fun. I wonder if my knife would work on you.
Jessa, you should probably go. Wait,
Oh,
why do you, what?
well, I'm not going
your
anywhere.
Fingers.
She wants to play. We can play.
Hey Zoe, how is that charmed mirror coming along?
When she does this spell, her eyes are completely blackened and her nails are claws again. So that's a new transformation happening again. She's very stressed.
Zoe successfully creates a disconnected mirror world. Jessa June currently has Bloody Mary distracted. Barnabas is still in a tattoo. Finn is still unconscious. And Nylas is dealing with bruised windpipes. I am as confused as the rest of you as how they're going to pull this off.
Jess is happy to try to move her. If we can, like, throw her into the mirror, push her into the mirror.
Well, I don't think, does Jessa know that Zoe has a mirror?
No.
Okay.
That's the thing. It would have to be.
And I think
Good.
Zoe would want to be discreet about it. Like, she would be like if you could grab her, she'd be like, yo, throw her over here. And
Okay.
yeah, and I think that's when you probably would notice, like, the blackened eyes and claws and stuff.
What is Bloody Mary doing? Is she moving at all? Did she let go of Nyla?
Mary has pulled out her knife. She is coming for Jessa June. She wants to see if her knife will work on a werewolf.
If that's a silver knife, that's bad. But I have to grapple her, or grab her, or fight her, or...
As Jessa June goes to grapple Mary, she uses her knife to attack and evade Jessa June. She has not taken advantage of the chance to escape, though.
Jessa, who does not ordinarily swear, let go a very long string of, son of a bitch, God,
Jessa, dude, are you okay?
I'm gonna be fine, but and she's sort of smoking a little bit. You will smell singed fur, and
That really doesn't look that okay. I...
Bloody Mary lets out a giggle from where she is watching.
Nihilus,
What? Raz?
can I have your hand?
For?
Not peace.
This sounds like you're asking for marriage.
That's
I think this is when Zoe is gonna be like, Maria, aquí! And she's gonna, cause she was like crouching behind Fen, but like, sorry Fen, using your body as a shield.
What are you gonna do? What are friends for?
Like stands up.
Yeah.
She's not holding she has, both her hands in her pockets because she's still holding the mirror and doesn't want that to be seen. But like her eyes are still like clearly blackened. And she's gonna like just kind of walk up to assuming Bloody Mary's not gonna do anything or react.
Mary is absolutely fascinated by Zoe.
Okay. Yeah, I think Zoe's just gonna, like walk up to her and then kind of like look her from side to side and be like, you got something in your teeth, wanna see? And then she's gonna pull out the mirror and like force her to look in the reflection to get sucked in.
Great.
The old something in your teeth trick, huh?
Yeah.
Works every time.
And everybody is stabbed.
Everybody gets stabbed. You
Yay.
get stabbed.
I don't
You
think
get
I've been
stabbed.
yet.
You get a stab wound and you get a stab wound.
As Zoe holds up this mirror right before she gets it in front of Mary's eyes, Mary looks at her dead in the eyes and says,
Don't you want to make a deal instead?
What kind of deal?
A deal that keeps me on this side of the mirror and maybe protects you a bit.
You see, I've already got a demon who's pretty shit at his job.
Hey.
But
Speaking of, Raz, do the thing!
Great. Nihilus's hand turns into like a human mouth about to chew and just chomps on Bloody Mary's neck. The head comes off.
Gross.
Yeah.
for a moment where this hand mouth is holding the head, it turns towards Nihilus's other hand and then throws it into Zoe's charmed mirror.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
It's like swishing it around, unsure, and then decides, mirror.
Mary gets one good slash in on Nihilus as this happens.
Oh, Nihilus.
I mean, she was holding a knife, I think, so.
The rest of Bloody Mary's body falls to the ground, knife in hand still. Her head is currently in a mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the group takes a breather, Mary's body turns into ash and disappears. Hey, I feel like someone should remind them that there's a woman in the bedroom. The person whose apartment this is?
Ignoring.
She's fine. She's not getting stabbed. It's all fine.
There is a blinding light in the doorway to the room between.
Oh, so he can see us really
and
well.
her. No, well, we're on the other side of this blinding light.
The mouth on Nihilus's hand smiles at the woman and goes, hey.
Nihilus just pulls up his other hand and like pushes that hand down slowly.
At the sight of the Ra's hand waving mouth, she passes out again. Thankfully, Finn also wakes back up.
Okay. Are we good or...
Zoe's gonna collapse to her knees.
Hey, Finn.
We got her. She's down and headless or something. Ow.
I think my
Ooh.
blood sugar's real low. I would.
Here, I can probably help you out with that. I mean, I did. If you'll take it, I do have some more turnovers. And Nihilus passes out some apple turnovers.
Yep, I'll take it. And just gonna, like, force it. Like, she's, like, hardly chewing. She's just, like, throwing it into her mouth and, like, swallowing it. And she's like, okay, I'm still a little bit dizzy, but we probably should fuck off out of this house.
Yeah, just a second, and Finn's gonna, like, poke at Bloody Mary's body and collect some of I assume there's still some of
Well,
her
it's
blood
disintegrating.
thing. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, disappearing.
At this point, the body and any particles are dust in the wind, but her knife is still there if Finn wants it.
Yeah, I'll take the knife. It's probably worth more than fucking ghost dust.
It probably has werewolf blood on it, too, at this point.
It's
Yeah. Zoe's
All
gonna
kinds
hold
of
up the little
things.
mirror.
You're welcome.
Like, look, guys, I did my first spell. Oh god, I'm so exhausted. How do you guys do this?
Is she trapped in that mirror, or is it an all mirrors situation
That's a-
again?
Really good question. I thought she went back to the place, she was just gonna be where we were.
I put a spell on this specific mirror. It is its own contained vault.
You can do that?
Is her
You
head
know
alive
what?
in
It's
there?
my first time, so we're gonna hope that I'm not like Barnabas, okay?
Can
That-
we put...
Ouch.
Zoe, that's really impressive.
if you
Oh,
break
come on,
it, does it kill her?
You
I'm
deserve that a
sorry.
little bit.
What?
If you smash the mirror, will it kill her?
Well, the specific spell I used that I honestly made up probably would kill her if I smashed it, but again, my first time casting the spell, it's not exactly science.
Probably it's
If-
not great
if-
odds.
If I may, Zoe, and Nihilus kind of scooches forward towards the mirror and kind of just like both hands up, like wants to check it out.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't want to take it. You can hold it. I want to kind of scope it out a little bit.
Yep. Sure.
And Nihilus is just intrigued to see how Zoe's magic works and what exactly has happened to this mirror.
Nihilus, Nihilus, you still have a Barnabas tattoo.
It's fine. He'll keep.
I've seen the tattoo before. I've seen tattoo demons and tattoo stuff before. This is new.
Yeah, again, like, all the psychic stuff lately, like, I'm new to it, so I could not tell you what the hell's going on up here. But I would really like it if we could be someplace else that is not a stranger's house.
Probably a good idea, yeah.
Just looks over at the woman on the bed and goes, oh, right,
You
yeah,
are kind of
we
bleeding
should-
over the floor there, JJ.
I'm trying, I know. Alright, I'm going. I'm gonna go out. I'll leave y'all. Come on.
Alright,
Excuse us! And
You
she'll
can
step
bill
out.
the town council for damages. Sorry for the disturbance.
I need to make a note to check in on this poor citizen. She was attacked by Bloody Mary. A hand smiled at her, and the news team just left them.
He'll be fine.
Nihilus Lee takes a sheet of paper out of one of his notebooks from his satchel and writes out a note. Hey, this is your neighbor. I noticed there was a minor earthquake in the evening. There was a gas leak. You may wake up remembering some funny things. I went and had it shut off. I was told we should talk to the town council about recovery, and like sticks that to the fridge under a magnet.
Alice, you're much better at lying in writing than in, like, words.
This is.
There's
I've
no
been
tone
practicing.
in writing, you know? Like, you don't have to act it out. So.
Yeah.
Well, and this is, I kind of like the town council wants us to make people happy, and I feel like this really in this scenario is probably the best thing for this person, and kind of a small kindness,
I mean, at least she's alive. That should make her happy. But you're good, Nihilus. It's fine. Let's just go.
Yeah, I'm gonna, bring this down to the archives. You can just stash it there until we really figure out what to do with it.
Microfiche it.
As the group heads out of the apartment, Zoe feels a rhythmic tapping against her leg.
I'm gonna look at it.
I still have a proposition for you.
What is it now, Maria?
Wait, you're talking
What's
to
that,
her?
Zoe?
She's not exactly a person. She gets beheaded. She can still sort of talk,
Again with the talk.
Some people.
Talking again.
JJ, I don't ask you how you do your job, okay?
Fine. Talk all you want. I'm gonna lean over here.
The Raz hand on Nihilus gives a thumbs up.
If you help me get my body back, I'll help you with your magic.
My magic?
Yeah.
Okay, no offense, but I met you like 5 minutes ago, and it was not exactly a very warm welcome, so I can't see how you can help me with something that I just learned about.
All right. Well, good luck using it.
Right. And then I'm just gonna like slowly put that back into my pocket. Weird demon.
You'll be fine, Zoe. I'm sure there's better teachers. Just borrow Nihilus's book.
Are my eyes still doing that thing?
Fen looks over and is like, maybe, I don't know, it's hard to tell.
It's fine. Let's just get to the archives, and then I would like a nap.
How are you feeling, Jessica June? That looked like a pretty good cut that you got there. How are you feeling? You were super impressive.
Well, thank you, I guess, but it'll be all right. I'll just go see the doc, and it'll be fine. I'm okay. I'm kind of worried about the blood, but hopefully she's just gonna imagine that melted Jello or something, and just forget about it. And
Zoe's gonna reach out to Jessica June, like just not like pressing into the fucking wound, but like kind of like lightly like hand over it, and she's gonna just do her. She's gonna be like, "Sana colita verá, si no sano hoy sanará mañana," and I'm gonna roll to like try and heal her. She's gonna be very drained and will pass out.
It has been a long night. Not sure if Zoe is just drained, but her magic doesn't work.
What the fuck? Oh, fuck me.
Uh-oh.
What is going on here? Guys, I'm no longer psychic.
What do you do? What do you do? What?
Sorry,
What?
I'm sorry.
You're no longer
So
what?
you're very tired.
You know what? You're right.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be fine. I'm just gonna go see the doc, so I appreciate it. Please don't
Sure.
kill yourself or anything like that.
I'm gonna wipe my hand because it has blood on it, like back on her. Just like wipe it on the back of her.
That's fine. That'll come out.
Sorry,
That's
it's
all
just
right. That's okay.
bloodborne pathogens and all.
I suddenly remembered Zoe's outfit. It's this pink
Yeah.
The group, with Barnabas still a tattoo, enter the building, which now has a large sign that says, "Welcome to the Daily," and then, what is that on the sign?
It's graffiti. There's some graffiti on the sign.
Yeah, that's definitely graffiti today.
I swear every time I put a lot of work into that too, getting that all polished up and ready. And every time we come by, there's something on it.
I mean, at this point, it might as well just be the Reddington Daily, right? I mean,
Yeah, I think it's fine.
But I mean, we came up with that really great name. It's the Reddington Daily, and we walk into the building.
Well, hi there. Charlie Benedict here, owner and operator of Sammy Sasquatch's Pizza Paradise and Prize Emporium. And if you ain't ever heard of Sammy Sasquatch's, let me be the first to introduce you to Reddington's biggest, only, and best family dining and entertainment complex. At Sammy Sasquatch's, we aim to bring just exactly the right type of entertainment for every type of guest. Got a little tyke itching to get lost in a magical world of imagination and adventure? Bring 'em on over to Moth Mama's Flatwoods Adventure, a fantastical cut-out field woodland play place where anything is possible. Got a young and a bit older itching to prove their skills? Well, they need to check out our arcade center where, fresh from his residency in the New Jersey Pine Barrens, Ronnie Games Demon is just waiting to reward top-tier gamers with prizes beyond their imaginations. And shoot, don't take my word for it, just listen to our scores of satisfied customers.
We would be absolutely lost without Sammy Sasquatches. Our little pair used to be the most chaotic little handful, but now, the only time they scream and tear all over the house is when it's been too long since our last visit. They just love it here.
Our entire family just adores the Pizza Paradise. The kids love their Moth Mama Playland. It has been such a fixture for our family. We must come here 2 or 3 times a week.
And if you're thinking to yourself, well, sure, Charlie, but me and mine don't need all that level of excitement and hollering in our good times. Well, don't you worry, friend. We got you covered, too. Over in our main auditorium, we're serving up the freshest, most satisfying pizzas available, so you can just kick back and relax with a slice while enjoying the musical stylings of Mr. Sammy Sasquatch himself, accompanied by the one and only Hopkinsville Jug Band.
This place is incredible. The sights, the smells, the energy. To be honest, it's a little overwhelming, but the kids seem to love it, so...
So what are you waiting for? A second location? A formal invite? A bespoke summoning ritual tailored to your specific person? Get your family together and get on down to Sammy Sasquatch's Pizza Paradise and Prize Emporium today. Remember, with Sammy and friends, the fun never ends.
If I am understanding correctly, Zoe is putting Mary in the archives for now. Oh, hey, listeners, look at that empty microfiche. Isn't that where the group kept Calypso? That's probably not good.
Yeah, Zoe's gonna go down, like, by herself.
What did Zoe tell the others to go down there on her own for this whole thing? Because
She would just be like, I'll be quick. And just, like, immediately go. And then, like, when she's placing it down, she's gonna look into it and being like, okay, I kind of feel bad that you're just ahead. How do I get your body back?
You should keep me in your office for a while. Let's talk.
Do you mind if I take videos? I have a whole, like, social media channel. You know, I don't know if you know what that is, but I kind of have to keep my viewers happy, and I think, you know, having a beheaded ghost in a mirror talking would, I mean, then again, my haters will just say, oh, it's electronic or whatever, but they're, again, haters, whatever. I will put you in my office, and everything. I don't understand your obsession with I mean, well, then again, I was very close to murdering everyone back there, but I think, well, I'm not serious about it in the way that you are. Maybe I should, like, clarify that. I want to murder people, but I know it's wrong. You want to murder people, and you don't care it's wrong.
No, it's fun.
I'm sure it is. Okay, fine. I will put you in my office until we get your body back, then you're coming straight down to the archive. Got it?
Okay.
Fabulous. And she's gonna put it... She's like, oh, also just stay quiet, because if they hear you, then it's gonna be a big thing, and then I can't help you, and that would just suck for both of us.
Barnabas is on your Patreon.
So I think the only way Nihilus wouldn't want to be down they're helping with this is that at this point, Nihilus is finally like, "Oh, okay, Barry, we should probably do something about you." This is.
How do you get him off of you once he's on your arm like that? I mean, you can't just
that is
him off. Right?
Very good question. I guess I could try. Can I try flipping Barry off?
You should always try flipping Barry off.
Zoe's gonna like reappear with like again both her hands in her pockets. Like, all right, I forgot something in my office real quick, so I'll just be right back. Y'all good?
Nihilus is going to try flipping Barry off.
Oh, fun! All right, I will be right back then. Just 5 minutes, and then she's gonna go up to her office.
As Zoe puts Bloody Mary in her office, she finds herself a little less exhausted.
Wild. Okay. I don't know if you have a I was just gonna put you in my drawer. I thought that would be like, but I don't know if you have a preference. I know technically you're my prisoner, so you shouldn't get a preference, but I also am sort of a prison abolitionist, so I don't like feel right about there's a lot of weird feelings. I've got a lot of emotions right now, and I'm not gonna process it all. I'm just gonna leave you on a shelf, like pointed toward the window. You can have a cute little view, and then she's gonna be like, "All right, bye, Maria. See you later," and head on out.
I'm sorry. How is Nihilus flipping off Barnabas?
So I think Nihilus would be over in his office, at his little kind of corner table. I think he's got a nice little side lamp there, and has put some tea on for everybody, and gotten some snacks out, from the little mini dorm fridge that's in the office there. And there are extra chairs in Nihilus's office. So, if Jessa June, and Ben wanted to be in there, definitely would be some nice chance to recover. The lights are down a little bit dim. It's we don't want to deal with full brightness right now. There's a lot to process. And so got the kind of charcuterie board out and just kind of laying the arm out on the table under the small side lamp, and kind of poking around at some of the different ingredients. Like I've got my satchel up and dumped it out on the table, trying to suss out, okay, how do we undo this without completely undoing this? Because I obviously don't want to unbind Raz and Barnabas as lightly bound as it seems they may be, but I do not want them on me anymore.
I kind of think they're not at all bound, but
there's some kind of connection there, and I don't want to muck that up. So I think, Alistair, can you? I think I might. This is a little out of my depth here. If you could maybe give me a little insight on this, and kind of opening myself up to the insight that Alistair might have, and maybe investigating a mystery.
When that happens, I was just going to return with a first aid kit for Jessa June. Thought you might need it.
I appreciate. I don't know if it's gonna do any. I mean, I kind of tore off this piece of my shirt to like pack it over it, but I mean, I don't know. It's pretty. And if you look at the wound, it's like it looks gnarly. I mean, it's burnt and crusty and still bleeding. So she will take.
I mean, at least clean it up.
That definitely looks like you. There's some infection there. I feel like that.
You got it. And I think this time when she like goes to touch it is when like she's not gonna chant it, but I think she's still focusing hard on trying to healing it.
Zoe starts healing up Jessa June.
Oh shoot! Damn. I guess I just needed to rest for a bit.
Well,
you're welcome. And just slaps her on the back.
Thanks. That feels better. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Nihilus looks at the tattoo. He can see a faint thread connecting Barnabas and Roz, but more so, he sees the pulsating threads that are now connected to him.
All right, Barnabas, this wasn't even intentional, but I feel like I did a way better job half-assing it than you did putting Raz on you. No offense whatsoever, but
no offense. I think I'm bad at this.
So it's like all offense, but you fucking suck. She doesn't say that out loud. Like, that is not like canon and out loud. She's not that heartless.
It's just what Zoe's thinking.
I'm just pointing to the last time when she's like, I'm not Barnabas. She's just like, all fucking offense, Barnabas. You fucking suck at this. But not right now. She does not say that out loud.
Yeah.
Alistair knocks over Nihilus's book, still not happy that the group hurt Nihilus's feelings. It lands on a page showing how to remove these ties that Nihilus accidentally created. It is some kind of residual magic rather than a full binding spell. It is more as if he got someone else's balloon string wrapped around his arm.
Well, my job here is done, so I will see y'all in the morning. And Zoe's just gonna, shuffle out the door. Just, gotta go, bye.
Oh, I don't think Alistair is gonna let that happen.
What is he doing to stop her?
He grabs on to Zoe's shirt.
Oh, Alistair Azurely III, what are you doing?
Alistair gestures to Nihilus's arm.
Is he visible again? Or is he visible only to Zoe?
I think it depends on what Alistair's up to. I think at this point, to make it, because it is kind of his intent to make it more obvious to everyone, I think there's he swirls up behind Zoe as she goes to back out the door, and almost like a really strong gust of wind, shoves her kind of slightly forward again, and then swirls around her, and almost like little hooks kind of catching on her shirt, so pulling in several places, and you can kind of see a light blue mist coalescing into almost like strings pulling her back towards the group.
I'm gonna be like, Alistair, I will talk to him tomorrow. Okay, I promise.
I just still want y'all to know that weird, that thing. I'm sure he's perfectly nice, but that's just saying.
Oh, that's
right.
The weird thing.
Jessica June, I was gonna say, I say this with the absolute utmost respect and appreciation for what you saved my life in there, but throwing stones, all that, glass houses,
right, I got you. Okay, I
again, utmost respect, and thank you again for saving my life. I honestly, blown away. You're very amazing, and I mean that.
Mr. Nihilus, you're really nice, and I appreciate that. And you're right, I shouldn't have said anything. I apologize. It's just a little startling. That's all. It's just a little. I won't use the W word again. I won't.
So what does Alistair do?
So I think it's Alistair. If Alistair was trying to be Alistair, I don't think he would just be pulling you back in the group. I think he's saying we need your help.
I'm so tired. Fine, I'll help, but I gotta go right afterwards. And she just does the whole I'm looking at you finger the eyes thing. You gotta.
And I think at that point, half a dozen eyes appear in the air, and blink back at her.
Oh, for pity! Oh,
I'm gonna have a word with you about this later. And then she's just gonna go to Nihilus.
Yeah, a man's got eyes.
Y'all need some help.
Yeah, so it looks like Barnabas is stuck to me a lot better than Raz is stuck to him. And, you've got, I know I can kind of, open up and see more than is there. And I know you can do that kind of too. And so if you kind of really focus in on it, you can see how he's bound to me. And he's kind of stuck pretty good. And I think it's going to take, more than just me being part of stuck to it. I kind of need a third hand here from an outside perspective to help kind of peel it away. I think without, mucking up my own aura, because we're kind of intermingled a little bit right now.
Okay. Okay. She's staring at it, and she's just thinking. Sharpie. Anyone got a Sharpie?
Yes.
Thank you, Fen. You are the only person I trust in this group. And she,
you see, okay,
it.
So Raz is a tattoo on the neck of the tattoo that is Barry, right?
So so I know what it is. It's so Barnabas is a super wide chisel line. So Barnabas is a stick figure, but is a super wide line. So Raz is actually a negative space of another stick figure in that stick figure.
Yeah, essentially.
Ooh,
yeah.
Nice.
Which should be kind of a kick-ass tattoo, even if it's just stick figures.
You see, the tattoo of Barnabas get dragged by the tattoo of Raz away from the Sharpie all around Ellis's body.
She's gonna slap along. It's just sorry.
Just jumping out of the way, no, get away.
Hey, Razadonk Bloodhaven Firehearth. I am so sorry for the events earlier in which I put a leash and muzzle on you. And I promise that is not what's happening right now. Now, can you please let me help?
Come on, Raz. It should be pretty clear. Like, the whole goal right now is to get you guys off of me. So she's not going to bind you to me. That's completely counter to everything we're talking about right now. A little bit of trust, Raz.
Razadonk, we're all tired here. Just let them do this, and maybe I won't call an exorcist today.
Jesse's just leaning on the chair.
A tattoo of Roz with a little berry tattoo in its neck comes out from behind your sleeve, with its arms crossed.
Nihilus, is there I don't know, a really good treat for a very good demon who will let their friends help them?
Could make another batch of cupcakes.
Razadonk dances.
So you'll do it for a cupcake.
Razadonk gives a little maybe shrug.
We'll throw in 3 cupcakes. How's that?
He does another dance.
Okay, alright, I'm just gonna go for it then. She's gonna, uncap the Sharpie. What she's gonna do first is she's gonna, kind of throw a circle around around Barnabas, stick figure, and then she's going to, drag it up, to, her hand, she's, trying to, connect the Sharpie line from, Barnabas's hand to, her own hand. And then she's gonna draw another scissor on Barnabas's hand, and then a scissor on her own hand. And she's just all right, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna have to be real quick about this, Nihilus, okay? So
Okay.
I'm going to pull. This is a lasso. You see, this is not drawn very well, but again, Sharpie, we don't have time. This is a lasso. It's gonna pull him out. You have to immediately cut the binding between you and him. Immediate. And I will have to do the same on my own, and that should be enough to pull him out into the negative space that we call the world.
Ooh, okay, I see what
I
you're
have
doing.
done 0 research on this, so we're just going by vibes.
I think that's an excellent vibe right now.
Cool. Alright,
And Finn is just enjoying the treats that Nihilus has laid out.
Oh, fully and completely, yeah.
Jess is just sitting in the chair with her hand over her mouth, just
she has one hand over. Obviously she's holding Nihilus's one hand with her one hand, and she has her other hand with the thumb over the scissors, kind of getting it ready. And she's gonna show Nihilus here's how you work the scissors, okay? It's kind of like an iPad. You don't have an iPad, you have a Nokia, right? Okay. It's gonna slide up and down with your thumb. You're just gonna slide it around. It's perfectly movable. Don't ask me why. This is how it works. I'm going by vibes. And then when you see enough of Barnabas has been pulled out, then you snip it immediately. So yeah, we're just gonna do 1, 2, 3, go. All right.
Sounds good. Yeah.
All right. Barnabas, make sure that the lasso gets tied around your waist and not your neck. I cannot be responsible for what happens.
You watch the tattoo of Barnabas attempt to wiggle the lasso, and it gets caught, and he's struggling to pull it away from his neck. But it eventually does come loose enough and pushes it down to his waist.
Good, buddy. All right, and she's just gonna go. All right, 1,
2,
2, 3, go, and then pulls on, and what it's gonna look like is the actual Sharpie line looks like it's coming out of Nihilus's body. And it continues on until Barnabas himself kind of comes out of Nihilus's body as well. And then she's gonna quickly snip the line on her wrist and hope that Nihilus does the same.
I am so intrigued by this magic. Is Nihilus going to do the same?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what you thought was gonna happen, but
Oh, good. Barnabas is back.
Hey! Barnabas just collapses to the floor with a rope around his waist.
It's a full life-size Barnabas stick figure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Before all of a sudden it just pops back into 3 dimensions and is Barnabas.
It's like if you had a deflated balloon and then it you pump it full of air and then it's okay, now it's like that. That's what it looks like.
Then reaches down and gives Barnabas one of the snacks from Nihilus's tray.
Thanks, Fen.
You look
All
like
right,
you
well,
need it.
Once again, my job is done. She's gonna take off her sweater and put half the snacks onto her sweater and carry it out like a little, I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night, I presume. Just a June. I would say it was a pleasure, but this is one of the worst nights of my life.
I'm sorry to hear that, but it was nice to. I'm glad you're okay.
Likewise. And then she's just gonna dance on out. Well, not literally dance, but she's just gonna shuffle on out into the night.
Listeners, I am so worried that Zoe is going to go to sleep in her office near Bloody Mary.
She's going home. And this is where, this night is where she goes on to message Spider625. And for all our lovely listeners out there, if you want to see what that conversation ends up looking like, you can go and look on our Patreon. That is me plugging the show for all of us.
It's really, really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listeners, while the news crew gets some sleep, I'd like to take this moment to say thank you for keeping me company during this unexpected visit from Bloody Mary. We are going to catch back up with them a few days later as they're preparing for the next newspaper issue.
Oh, I think there's definitely a story in there, probably a group piece, or but one of the stories in the newspaper is definitely going to be about the gas leak that was at the apartment building, and the investigation going on into that through some potentially shoddy workmanship in that building. I mean how flimsy the doors are, and yeah, there's definitely some questionable construction practices on this building.
I don't necessarily want to speak for Barnabas, but did Barry write a piece about actual Bloody Mary? Because having both of those.
So Barnabas 100% showed up the next morning with a very self-defacing article about like Bloody Mary and how like he almost killed everybody, but thank God there were these 4 people who were smart and capable. And like didn't like pitch it enthusiastically to the group, but just kind of like set it on the table, let everybody know that there was an article there, and just kind of like went off.
Zoe is gonna have like this hashtag feminism piece that is like, ditch that lipstick, girl boss. You don't need mirrors. And like, it's gonna be all about like, you don't need mirrors. Like just in that sort of way.
Right.
And she also comes with like a plate with which like has like napkins like kind of like covering it, and she's going to be like, Nihilus.
So I want to say I'm
Nope. Nihilus.
So I said some things that I shouldn't have said.
What did I just? I am sorry. I didn't mean to insult your cooking. I was stressed because Fen is my longest friend, and I was deeply afraid that I lost them. And I didn't know what else to blame but the Rice Krispie. I didn't mean that you should never cook for us again. Your food is delightful. However, after me literally allowing Raz to take a residence on my body, letting him take over to save your life, going into a mirror world, you had made a grave error in calling me selfish because I was seconds away from physically attacking you. Never make that mistake again. I'm sorry about what I said about your cooking. Here is... It's a friend sent me a recipe about a cake, and that's too many moving parts, so I made something from my culture. And she pulls it off, and it looks like a stack of, like, fried dough with, like, salt in it, and she's just like, it's called yaniqueque. It's a Dominican snack. Sometimes we eat it for breakfast. I didn't know what else to make you. It's an apology snack. Here you go.
It smells delicious. Zoe, thank you. I really appreciate that, and I am sorry too. I was very stressed. I think we all were, and well, like you said, that my words cut pretty deep in you. Your words cut pretty deep in me, and I lashed out in anger. I know you're not selfish, so. I mean, right after Fen, you're probably one of the most selfless people I know.
She's like eating, like already, she's eating one of the yaniqueque. Like she's taking a plate and just like listening to this.
And I overreacted, and I'm sorry too.
Okay. Well, don't really know what to say to that. Usually this is the part where I get cursed out and the person says they never want to speak to me again.
Nihilus gives her a gigantic hug.
Okay, and she like slowly like kind of wraps her arm and like just does like a gentle awkward pat. I don't know how this goes. Is this a hug? This is a hug, right?
This is a hug, and Nihilus get like, let's go. And there's a little bit about it. No, yep, it's a hug.
Oh, okay. So yeah, here's a Yanni Geke, and she just like slides it to him on the table. So, right, work stuff. We got work. And she like goes and pulls up all the articles in front of her and just kind of like, it's more like she's just kind of like flipping through them. And then she like settles on Barnabas's article and then she slowly looks over to him.
Barnabas is approaching Fen. Hey.
Fen is vaguely confused about whatever those two were talking about, but it's also definitely working on an article about ghost dust being super valuable and people should buy it. But
man, stock prices are rising. Yeah,
it's really popular in like the occult community, which I know nothing about. Anyway, Barnabas, what's up?
Hey, Fen. I remember hearing that you could talk to monsters. Does this make sense to you?
We can all talk to monsters, but yeah, what?
And I hold up my phone, and it's a screen, and it's like a paragraph in demonic. Can you read this?
I can't, but we probably shouldn't talk about this at work, but I might know somebody.
Okay. Great. This is how I bound Raz to me. And now I'm questioning what it was.
Good that you're questioning that. And I mean, I'm sure we'll figure it out. And we don't need to talk. It'll be fine.
Okay.
And you don't need to talk to Zoe or Nihilus about this. I'm sure that it'll be fine.
Okay. Thanks. And awkwardly goes to put like a friend hand on your shoulder. But like slowly enough for you to like back away.
I'm just gonna.
Cool.
Yeah.
Friend hand on your shoulder.
Just like awkwardly pats your hand.
Thanks. You're Alice was right. You're a really good rock to lean on. Thank you.
This is one looks into the camera like she's in the office.
If you guys don't mind, I asked Jessa June if she would come by and maybe write a guest piece in the paper for us.
Great, yeah,
sure.
less
Yeah,
for us to write.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's got a lot of insights.
I figure more than 4 reporters or 4 people writing, a little more diversity to the stories in the news.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, I was just gonna work on another Swamp People article today, so I'm sure that we can vary it up. Yeah.
Quick question, Barry. I think she's actually gonna be like, Roz. Hey, Raz, where you at, buddy?
Raz shoots finger guns at you.
Charming. So, remember that little conversation earlier?
Raz takes over Barry and goes, "Somebody give me snacks."
I'll bring you snacks. Nihilus, you're gonna have to shoot over to. We need to get him his cupcakes.
Oh, they're already on the table.
Yes.
Okay.
Raz just like eagerly plops down at the table and starts.
A little bit concerned that you took over his body so quickly, but we shall circle back around. So what was that all about when you called him your battery?
Your what now?
When Raz was in my body, he called Barnabas his battery.
I don't remember that. Eats the last cupcake, turns back into Barry.
I'm going to kill that demon.
What just happened? Did I eat a lot of sugar?
I get there first.
Barnabas? So, Raz might be...
Have some water, Barry.
Yeah, let's get you some water. You might...
Just feel really hyper. Like I just got a lot of energy, you know?
Oh, God.
like, Barry just starts doing push-ups on the ground.
He can do one.
He can do one, and then his arms just wiggle wobble, and he falls to the ground.
Okay, Barry, just... Okay, Yeah, I don't know how to approach this topic, so I'm just gonna say it. Raz is using you. And he will not tell us why or how he's using you, but it's probably not good because he's a demon, so I'm gonna hope you're not gonna die. And I'll let you handle that, because it's your body.
Barry looks to Fen.
It's gonna be fine. Just, we'll get some research done, and look, if worst comes to worst, I will call an exorcist. I'm certain there is one.
Hey, Barry is going to get out a legal pad and a pen and have his eyes not looking at the pad while he writes. And he's going to write. There's a lot of scribbles where he starts to write, doesn't like how he phrased that, crosses it out, starts again. I'm a bad prison. We put Calypso in a good one.
Barry.
I don't make good decisions. Stick figure shrugging. And then, like, with his head angled high so that his eye line never meets the pad, because he's not totally sure if Raz can see through his eyes or not. Just kind of, like, walks with his head angled high to the other side of the room, bumps into a furniture, bruises his shin, and sits down.
That's what this was about. And like she's holding like Barnabas's like article. She tears it up and was just like, throws it in the trash. And she's gonna walk over to Barnabas and sit next to him.
My shin hurts.
Yeah, that's what happens when you walk into things. Consequences.
Yeah.
So, listen, I promise you, things will be okay. We will figure it out. You don't need to beat yourself up over it. Honestly, when you had allowed Raz to take over your body to save me that one time, I thought it was the sweetest thing in the world because I sure as fuck was not going to do the same for you.
Oh!
And then you let Bloody Mary get into your body, which is still very confusing to me. But
it seemed like it was working. It seemed like a working system.
Right. So, okay, you not gonna go back over that. Just
no, I got it now. That was bad.
Barnabas, you are a good person. You have a good heart. Unfortunately, good intentions and a good heart isn't what keeps you alive in this world. But it's gonna be okay, because there are people like Fen and I who have a very specific subset of other skills, and we're gonna make sure you get out of this.
Thanks.
So, and then she like awkwardly like pats him on the shoulder, like, I don't know how to comfort someone.
He also, like, awkwardly, again, slowly, in case you want to move away, goes in for a hug.
Oh, another one. Okay, yeah, sure. And she just, like, lets it happen and, like, pats him.
Pat on the back.
That's gonna be okay.
I don't know, but I'm glad that you're here.
And then she pushes him away, and she looks red, and she's like, well, I gotta go. Just, yeah, I have a thing to attend to.
Yeah, sure.
Are you sure? Because you didn't put anything on the group calendar for what we're trying to, get everything sorted
so
out.
It's a very,
really should start.
I'm a very
busy person.
I'm behind on videos. I gotta go. And then she's like, she goes to her office, and just like closes and locks the door behind her. And then she's gonna go and take the Bloody Mary mirror off and just kind of like stares into it.
Barnabas just shakes his head. Shouldn't have hugged.
Nihilus, why don't you show Jessica around and help her with her article?
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah, thank you. You're great, Nihilus. Thank you. And when Nihilus is gone, Fen is going to go over to Barry, put a really awkward hand on his shoulder.
We are not good with affection in this group.
Very bad. Barry,
hey.
First of all, if you were a good prison, we might not get along. I'm not fond of those. But also clearly this has become a priority. I am going to have to take you to see someone. But you can't tell Zoe, and you can't tell Nihilus, and you really can't write about it on the internet. Okay?
Okay.
If you don't say yes, I can't help you.
Yes.
We haven't discussed Finn's background much, dear listeners. They have a bit of a special connection with the underground collectors that are not necessarily polite in normal company. What's the plan here?
Because I know people in the criminal underworld and the magical underworld, I want to at least get somebody who can read demonic and tell us what's going on. And because they're from the criminal underworld, I do, but Fen wants to try not to involve Zoe and Nihilus, at the very least. Barry, it's okay as long as he doesn't tell anybody. Lower priority.
So, is this someone Finn owes, or someone Finn screwed over?
I owe them. Barry, you can't tell anybody, and I am going to need to borrow some money.
Okay. How much money? Let me see if I've got it lying around.
Let's just take a trip to the bank after work, okay?
Okay. This'll take care of it?
At the very least, we'll figure out what's going on.
Okay.
You know what, dear listeners? Let's leave that for another time. Instead, I would really love to read Jess June's article.
To begin with, Jessa June is going to take forever to type it unless somebody else types it for her. Because she types with these two fingers and is real slow.
I would say Nihilus can help, but can Nihilus help?
Oh no, I think Nihilus would help. So Nihilus shows Jesse June around because we've got a couple different floors, some really cool like a hangout room. So we've got our offices, we've got like the main kind of conference room, and then so I think ultimately we kind of wind up back at Nihilus's office. And Nihilus is like, so I mean, if you want to just dictate, we can hash this out together, and I can type it up for you. And Nihilus pulls out their old like pulls out one of those briefcase style typewriters, and opens it up and like winds in a sheet of paper into the carriage.
And Jessa is happy to dictate because she would much rather do that than type, and he will dictate the list of 10 reasons why you should never follow a floating ball of light.
Solid advice.
Ooh, and then there's the recipe, the food column. Nihilus puts in into the paper a recipe for his magically delicious Rice Krispie treats.
Oh no. And
actually is going to make a concerted effort because as far as Nihilus is concerned, they worked perfectly. Nihilus, they tasted just like his fondest childhood memory. As far as he's concerned, there's some sort of fluke in the mirror dimension, something up with Ben. They worked perfectly, and so Nihilus publishes that recipe into the paper with a hint of magic woven into it, so that anybody who prepares this recipe, it will actually be the magic Rice Krispie treats that taste like your favorite childhood memory.
You know what I love about the end of Mysteries? Everyone seems to be at a relatively happy ending.
For now.
Mary seems trapped for now, though a mysterious package is sitting somewhere in Barnabas's office with a similar pink paper to Mary's bedroom wallpaper. Jessa June keeps the spirit of the neighborhood watch afloat, though I am sure she likely regrets that patrol night. Still, she heals up nicely with just a minor scar. Wouldn't want those brothers of hers going after Mary. But still, another sun sets on a Reddington Eve. Join us soon, dear listeners. We have plenty more to see. Thank you for listening to Once Upon a Monster of the Week. Reddington's monsters are controlled by Meg Griffin. Episodes are edited by Alex Lavelle and produced by Algie Todd. A special thanks to Red Griffin for our character art, and to Michael Sands and Evil Hat for the Monster of the Week gaming system used in this podcast. We have one more episode for this year. We will be wrapping up Mystery 2 in 2 weeks, then taking a break for the end-of-year festivities. Until then, you can visit welcometoreddington.com to find links to our Patreon, cast and character bios, and our Reddington tourism shop. We understand that money is tight, so if you're enjoying the podcast, we would appreciate it if you could leave us a rating or review wherever you listen to podcasts. Once Upon a Monster of the Week is partnered with Haunted Griffin Entertainment. Please check out our website for more of our shows. Today's episode starred
Bezier Rothstein as Barnabas Crawley.
Algie Todd as Fen Green.
Mick Wheaton as Nihilus Wheeler.
Reese Tirado playing Xiomara Hernandez.
Today's guests include
Paige Maddox as Bloody Mary.
Alice Hart.
Theo Wambuzik.
Adam Bailey as Charles E. Benedict, Red Griffin as Arturo Artie Jackson, Ross McLeod, and Clara Pelton.